Okay, so we are discussing a question of the fundamental difference between Hindu or Vedic meditation and Buddhist meditation. Please understand the fundamental difference is that in Buddhist meditation, there is no object on the chitta that is brought in, focused on. It allows the chitta to function in its own way. You just non-judgmentally observe whatever that goes on in the chitta. Okay, with an awareness saying that I am not this, I am not this. So Buddhist meditation allows your thoughts to go on as it is. Do not disturb your thinking. Let the thoughts go as if you are sitting beside a road or a traffic and you are seeing the cars coming and going. Like that, you just watch your thoughts come and go. Do not judge them. Correct? They may be just focusing on their breath, anchoring on their breath, but with the mind, they don't want to do anything. They just want to focus on awareness. I am aware. I am not the thought. I am not the content of the mind. I am awareness. I am choiceless awareness. Correct? Whereas in Vedic or Hindu meditation, in Antaranga Yoga, in Bahirang Yoga, till then you are not directly dealing with the mind. Correct? So Buddhist meditation goes up to the stage of Pratyahar. In Pratyahar, what do you do? Swa Vishaye. Whatever is the Vishaya of those Indriyas, you withdraw. You understood? Pratyahara involves a kind of a vairagya, non-attachment to the sense organs, and whatever the vrittis are coming on the chitta related to sense organ, you just allow them to come and go. There is this one particular thinking process that says that the more you interfere with the mind, you are caught up in a process of action and reaction. If you tell your mind not to do something, it does that more. Pink elephant experiment, you know? Do you know? It is there in psychology. Close, all of you, close your eyes. All of you, close your eyes. People online also close your eyes. Now, onto your mental surface, you make a white circle. Make a white circle. And now, do not think of a pink elephant inside the white circle. There should be no pink elephant inside the white circle. Please keep the circle empty. No pink elephant inside the white circle. There are many pink elephants, but not even one inside the white circle. As long as possible, keep the elephant out. Now there should be no elephant at all in your chitta. neither inside the circle nor outside the circle. Think of anything else except pink elephant. Try to divert your mind to different thoughts. Do not let pink elephant enter your thought process. Think whatever you want. Now relax and slowly open your eyes. Okay. So people, please share your experience. When I told you not to allow the pink elephant to come inside the circle, what happened? Huh?
Initially, whenever you just mention the pink elephant, it will come into our mind. Later, we just try to keep it like outside the circle, like keep the circle clean, blank, and the elephant outside.
So initially, pink elephant was coming. After that, it was outside. And then when I told you to think of anything else except pink elephant, what happened? So this particular experiment in psychology tells us that if you tell your mind not to do something, mind doesn't take not. Mind takes the word. You understand, no? So for mind, the word nama is important. When the nama comes, image comes. When the nama comes, image comes. No or yes is not understood by the mind. So therefore, when you say your mind not, and then you take the name of that thing, mind considers that also as a japa of that thing. Not Rama, not Rama, not Rama. For mind, that is also Rama japa. Because mind is catching only Rama. So not Kama, not Kama, not Kama, that also becomes Kama. So it is here, that there is a problem. This modern psychology understands. So because of that, they say, fine, I will not fight with the thoughts. There is another school of thought that says that as the function of the heart is to beat, breathing is to go on in a flow, natural function of the mind is to think. So let the nature flow. Why do you want to disturb? And another understanding of meditation is that meditation is the process of training the mind. Correct? Where you want to bring your mind onto the object of concentration, and it should not deviate from that object of concentration. It should remain there. In Bhagavad Gita, you see a shloka, Shaneh Shaneh Ruparmet, Buddhya Dhruti Grahitaya, Atma Samstham Manah Kritva, Na Kinchidapi Chinte. Do not think of anything else. Bring the chitta again and again back to the object of concentration. Now, this appears contradictory, no? On one side, you are telling, let the mind be natural. On other side, you are telling, with buddhi, hold on to the mind and bring it back again and again to the object of concentration. Correct? So, which is correct? Which?
Also, initially they will ask to focus on breath.
Whatever they do with the breathing, that in pranayama also we do. From pranayama, you go to pratyahara. Correct? So in Buddhism also, from pranayama only they are going to pratyahara. Pratyahara is where you completely withdraw your senses and remain detached. So detachment is practiced. The focus is from the content of the mind, I focus on the factor of awareness, non judgmental awareness. This is what is called as mindfulness. Correct? That is why these people say that no, mindfulness, if you write a review article and you say that I will include all meditative techniques and yoga based review, and you include mindfulness along with all the other om meditation and other meditation, reviewer will tell you no, you have to remove mindfulness from this. This is different. Why? You cannot write a combined review of meditation by involving all. See, mindfulness based stress reduction, mindfulness based cognitive therapies, MBCTs, MBSR, there is a lot of evidence, much more than the yogic meditation or Vedic meditation. But as yoga scholars, as mental health professionals dealing with these things, we should know clear distinction between the two. I would not say that Buddhist meditation is different from yoga, but Buddhist meditation ends at pratyahara. After pratyahara, what do we do in Vedic meditation or what Patanjali says? Deshabandha chittasya dharana. Deshabandha chittasya dharana. Both meditations appear different, no? Sit comfortably, close your eyes. Close your eyes, everybody, close your eyes. Sit relaxed. Assume a comfortable posture. Palm facing upwards. You can sit in Dhyana Mudra, right palm on the left palm. Cross the right leg over left leg at the ankle joint. Back and neck erect. Stable. Now bring the attention to the breath. Cool air enters the nostrils as you breathe in. Slightly warmer air goes out as you breathe out. Breathing in the prana vayu. Breathing out is the apana vayu. Apana sati. Continuous attention on incoming and outgoing breath. Just be with the breath. Wherever the mind goes, whatever thought comes, do not judge them. Just observe and gently come back to the breath. As the breath flows naturally, the mind naturally thinks. Let the mind think. Let the breath flow. Just remain aware. You are awareness, non-judgmental, detached, untouched. With each breath, identify yourself more and more as simple, non-judgmental awareness. Now, from the breath, you can also become aware of the sensations you are getting from the surroundings. sounds that you can hear, touch of the chair, smell into your nostrils. Allow the senses to flourish in all the directions, effortlessly. Let the nature flow the way it wants. Like the sky looks at the earth, at the flowing river. Like a sky, just look at your body, at your breath, at your mind, and the whole nature around. Whatever sensations that come, do not judge them. Wherever the mind goes, gently bring it back to the present moment. This is the Buddhist meditation. Now let us gently switch towards the Vedic meditation. Very gently bring the attention back to your breath. Now become aware of the mental surface. Now on the mental surface, bring the image of Om. Om that is written with a golden light. Mentally on the mental surface, write Om. Completely trace it down with your mind. Now looking at the image of Om in your mind, with each exhalation, mentally repeat the chant of Om. As you chant, you look at the image of Om on the mental surface. Each exhalation, chant of Om mentally, looking at the image of Om. Tasya vachakah pranavah. Patanjali says this Om represents the Swarupa, the very source of creation. Internalize this Om into the very depth of your existence. From the chitta, moving it to your heart. With each exhalation and a gentle chant of Om in your heart, this Om goes deeper and deeper into your Atman, your Atma Swarupa. With each exhalation, the chant of Om takes you more and more inside, into the very core of your existence, where lies the source of your creation. In your Hridayam, deep inside, small golden image of Om. With each exhalation, you go deeper and deeper. Om. 2 more rounds. Om. Om. Now let the same chant continue mentally. With each chant, you go deeper and deeper into the core of your heart with the image of Om. Beautifully, the Om effortlessly continues with your breath, taking you deeper and deeper to your Swarupa, the very source from where you, as the consciousness, manifest. Very gently bring the attention back to your breath. Become aware of your asana, how stable it has become. Slowly move your fingers and your toes. Gently open your eyes. So, my dear friends, we practiced two distinct kind of meditations. Would you agree they were both different? Correct? So, which one, which among you, how many among you felt more relaxed with the first meditation? Raise your hand. When you were non-judgmentally observing, which one of you felt more relaxed with the second meditation? Almost everyone. Almost everyone. Why is that?
Control, observe non-judgmental.
When you do not have any object, just identifying oneself with awareness, it becomes difficult. And you can yourself feel the sense of calmness, especially when you do it mentally. That same Om, when your internal sound and image both are captured by an object, that is known as Desha Bandha. What we did was Bandha, we locked it. And could you appreciate the beautiful difference that from the chitta when it goes to Hridaya? Initially it was on the chitta, you still felt it was an object outside. But then later as you continued, it moved from your chitta into your Hridaya. Then it became your core. It started touching your core. And the more you go inside and touch your core, the more you feel that sense of bliss, peace, ananda, Satchit Ananda, which is your Swarupa only. So that Swarupa is manifesting. What Patanjali is telling, Tad japas tadarth bhavanam, tasya vachakah pranavah. And then Patanjali says, Deshabandha chittasya dharana. Deshabandha chittasya dharana. Once you continue this abhyasa, you need desha. Which desha? Desha where your object of concentration is placed. Correct? From desha, then in dhyana what happens? Dhyana, tatra pratyaya ekatanata dhyanam. In the beginning, you may be chanting Om and going it back again and again with your effort, but after doing it regularly, say for a year, I am doing this Om chant every day in the morning 10 minutes, night before I sleep 10 minutes. After a year, I will reach a state where as soon as I take my mudra, my body knows I am going to do it. As soon as I am on the breath, Om automatically starts. You don't have to initiate. With your breath, automatically Om begins. And it starts going beyond meditation. Even in your sleep, with breath, it may continue. This is the movement from japa to ajapa japa. When you are in ajapa japa, you say you have entered dhyana. Because what has happened? Tatra, there, pratyaya, on the object, ekatanata, continuous flow of the consciousness is happening. Tatra pratyaya, ekatanata. That is being called as dhyana by Patanjali. So the first one, though meditation is the word in English, there are no different words. No? When I close my eyes, I can do chanchalata, ekagrata, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Everything happens with closed eyes. In English, there is no word. Everything is meditation. Sleep. This is how, if modern science has developed technology to categorize things outside in much more details, our yogis were able to categorize very scientifically each saptabhumi of the chittas. Chitta, how What? So, as yoga professionals, we should be able to understand the fine difference. So, when Patanjali is telling us that the Antaranga Yoga involves dealing with the mind directly, whichever technique that you are doing where you are allowing the mind to flow as it is, you have not entered Antaranga Yoga. Maximum you are going up to Pratyahar. You understood? Why these mindfulness based approaches, which do not even touch the very core of Antaranga Yoga, have become so popular? There is very less research on Om meditation or transcendental meditation where they use Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or you can say Preksha Dhyana. Different Jainism also uses this image. Very less research, but with mindfulness, no object on the chitta. Let the chitta do whatever it wants. Lot of evidence based, lot of research has happened. Why? Why? Because that is more secular. Secular, you whatever image that you bring, it will have some religion. It will have some history, it will have something. Which image will you bring? People fight this image over that image. That is why that is more popular. But being more popular does not mean that it is more effective. It is only that it is more feasible to go over the globe. And something that becomes very popular also is something that many people can do easily. Many people can do easily means many people can understand the concept easily. You understand?
It takes time to go that deeper.
It takes Antaranga Yoga may not take time if you're if you're properly prepared, and you can instantly see, and the benefit in Antaranga Yoga is directly proportional to how much emotionally connected you are to the object that you are bringing. The whole problem with this Hindu and Vedic meditation is which image, which nama, that every individual has uniquely. But in that first one, mindfulness based thing, everybody just have to become aware. So what I want to convey to you is, do not get confused. Do not get confused. In my understanding, based on my understanding of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, I would call mindfulness based approaches as a beginning into meditation. Beginning in the sense that you have not even entered meditation yet, you are just preparing to enter. Because Antaranga Yoga involves Deshabandha. On your chitta, you need an object. Now, if you say, no, in from the mindfulness based approach only, I will experience vitarka, vichara, ananda, asmita. Will it be possible? Okay. Now, please understand, when Patanjali is talking about samadhi, what is the definition of samadhi by Patanjali? Tadev arth matra nirbhasam. Tadeva means that which was your object of concentration, whose abhyasa you had been doing for many, many years. Artha means real meaning. Nirbhasam means shines forth. And when it shines forth, Swarupa Shunyam. You, the very observer who was doing dhyana, you dissolve in that. That is called as samadhi. In the last class also I told you, in mathematics, when we solve any question and it is complex, we say, okay, we assume that it is x. A very complex question is there, and at the end the question has been asked. So tell us, how many mangoes did Mohan give to Ram? We assume that Mohan gave X mango to Ram. Then it says, okay, so finally in the whole go down, how many mangoes are there? So 100 plus 1x plus 5x equal to 1000, something like that. Minus how many Rama was given, some calculation you do, you solve the equation, you keep on solving. At the end, what happens? X equal to 52. Then the whole equation sits okay. So X was 52. In the beginning, I did not know what X was, but I started journey with X. Correct? So in the beginning, I don't know what Om is, but I begin with Om. I begin with Ram. I begin with Allah. I begin with Jesus. But I need an object where there will be Deshabandha. And then Dhyana. Then when Samadhi comes, it will not be according to my imagination. See, while solving the equation, I may be assuming that X may be 33, X may be 22, X may be 21. But when the equation gets solved, real X comes forth. So my Swarupa, whatever it is, will come through. Or if I have assumed that X to be the Swarupa of my Ishta Devata, whatever Nama that represents that Ishta Devata will bring forth that Ishta Devata only. If the Nama is Shiva, Jata Jutadhari, Shiva only will come on Kailasha. If the Nama is Durga, then red dressed with lion, fierce Durga only will come. If it is Kali, Kali will come. Why? Why with that Nama, that Ishta Devata will come? Because the very manifestation of that Ishta Devata generates that vibration in the consciousness which is same as Nama. That Nama is not given by something outside. That Nama, Krishna, is the seed. Seed of a tree is seed of only that tree. Seed of a tree is the seed of only that tree. So what is the seed? Huge banyan tree you have seen? Banyan tree. Its seed have you seen? It is brown, dark brown, smaller even than a rice grain. If you put that and tell anybody, this rice grain like seed, it is going to become a banyan tree covering kilometers. People would laugh. Seed of banyan tree put on the correct soil, nourished every day. Keep watering, keep watering. This watering is dhyana. On the surface of your chitta. Seed germinates, plant comes out. Initially, you protect the plant from goats, cow. You put a fence. So when you begin meditation with a nama, with a mantra, you seclude yourself. You go in a silent spot. You put your mobile off. You make the room, that atmosphere very clean and conducive. You tell everybody not to disturb me during this time. You start the process of repeating a nama. Your eyes see what is written. Your mind produces the sound of what is written, image and sound of the nama. Slowly, 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 the nama starts germinating on the soil of your chitta. You protect. You continue your sadhana. You continue nourishing it like a baby. Hmm? When you reach the fag end of your life, this nama protects you. Hmm? Like the baby, when grows up, takes care of the parents. The sadhana that we do now for the nama reveals that Ishta Devata. That Ishta Devata can talk to you. That Ishta Devata can understand your heart. That Ishta Devata becomes your friend, your everything. Do you think these stories that are there, where even now, no, people in villages, Kantara, the manifestation of the deity, people can feed them, they manifest within themselves. Or if you go to Orissa, so many people will say that they feed Jagannath Puri, Jagannath eats. They talk. Even in Svyasa, Lakshmi Amma, Dr. H.R. Nagendra's aunt, Ramlala would play and she would feed. She would talk to small Ramlala. So many people carry Laddu Gopal. Hmm? They take care of the Gopala like their baby. In Vrindavan, if you go, everybody carries their Laddu Gopal. You think all of them are psychotic? Feeding, talking. Hmm? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was talking to Kali. Did he have hallucination? When human chitta is programmed for this, chitta is a very, very refined software. It is programmed and given to you for this purpose. No animal can make this use of chitta. Can you imagine? You have such built up in your chitta that you can literally bring the Ishta Devata alive within you. You can talk to the very source of this creation within you. You can establish a relationship. This chitta, that's why is very, very precious. And that is why we see that fundamentally everything around you is stealing your chitta. Through media, what are people, what are they getting? In continuously getting you hooked to mobile phone, they're getting your chitta. When you love somebody, that fellow wants your chitta. Hey, you don't pay attention. Pay attention. If your beloved looks at you, if he put complete attention on you, you feel happy. Why? Why you feel happy? What is it? If you are not represented in the chitta of your beloved, what is your problem? Why do you want yourself to be shown in the chitta of your beloved again and again? Why do you want attention of your beloved? क्या भाई क्या मिल रहा है? All divorces are because उसके चित्त में कोई और, मैं नहीं. I am not there in your chitta. So if husband is too busy, wife says, no, he doesn't give me attention. You don't give me food, it is okay, give me attention. Why? Why does a beloved want chitta of the person he or she loves? What does they get? What do they get? Because When the person is putting his chitta on you, your rupa is projected on his chitta. It means that you are going into the core of the person. Wherever you love, you want to reach the core of the individual. No? Only entry to the core is through the chitta. Correct? Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Ananyas chintayanto mam. I am also very possessive. I don't want anybody else in your chitta. I want me only. Krishna tells like that. Ananya chintan. I am very possessive. If you are my bhakta, nobody else. Ananyam. Ananya. No other. Hmm. Then he says, if you are going to give me your chitta like that, Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ye janaha paryupasate, and devoted to me, then I will do one thing for you. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshema vahamyaham. I will take care. Whatever you need in life and whatever that needs to be protected, I will do it for you. But I want your chitta ananya, very possessive. Krishna, very possessive. You have to give me and continuously. But Krishna says, if there is someone else in your chitta, apart from me, I will give you that first. Take. And if that satisfies you, be with that. But whenever you come to me, you only have to come to me. Correct? So, this is what is happening. Chitta is very precious. On one side, Maya is struggling. Maya wants chitta. Daivi hesha gunmayi mama maya duratyaya. Mame vaye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. My Maya is very difficult. And you will not even realize your whole life is gone. And your chitta apaharana is done completely by my Maya. One after another, chitta is always engaged in Maya. Krishna tells, if you are able to understand this game, then mameva ye prapadyante, one who is able to put ananya chintana on me, only that fellow will be able to cross Maya. So, nama, my dear friends, any nama that you bring in, that nama has a rupa inherently within it. Like a seed inherently has tree. Because that seed is the very essence of the tree. Like that, the nama is the very essence of the Ishtadevata. It is the very essence of the Swarupa. Without nama, there is no Samprajnata Samadhi. Why? See, number one Samadhi is vitarka. What is vitarka here? Vitarka means there is tarka. Tarka is that generally logical debate or conflicting ideas, you say vitarka. So generally, by default, what does chitta do? By default, chitta shows prakriti. By default, chitta goes with desires related to sense organs. Vitarka is, you say no, I am going to go to the source of the creation, opposite direction. Now, what we did briefly with Om, was something in the opposite direction of where chitta generally goes, no? I took you inside. You held on to the image of Om. And when that meditation is now over, what happened to your chitta? It is again out. It is again thinking of your desires, past, future. So, vitarka samadhi means you take a fundamentally opposite direction and turn it inwards. So, this friction between its natural tendency and now where you want it to go, that friction is known as vitarka. Fine? So, you bring the object into the state of dharana and you start with vitarka. Vitarka also tells you about why I am doing that, what is the logic behind it. From vitarka, it goes to vichara. Vichara means what? We were all chanting Om mentally also, no? We decided to do that sadhana, brought the image of Om. We started with loud chanting. Slowly, slowly, we made the chant only a thought. That chant became a thought, right? Only in thought only that the japa becomes ajapa japa. Japa will become ajapa japa when from vitarka you have moved to vichara with continuous dharana to dhyana process. So vitarka is more at the level of dharana where there is effort. Dhyana becomes effortless because now it is entering vichara. Your chitta shuddhi has taken so much that now you are in a automated mode of repeating the name mentally on its own. But in the beginning, you may have to chant it loudly, or you may have to whisper it, or you may have to associate it with breath or some anchor going against its natural tendency. So if the opposing force is very strong, you may have to do this fight or effort for a long time. If it is mild, in few months itself, you will be able to move from vitarka to vichara state. After vichara, when vichara continues for a long time, the nama is there, mentally it is going on, bliss starts coming up. Any nama you take, it will be blissful because bliss is the essence of the creation. Whichever Ishta Devata manifests, first is the manifestation of the bliss associated with that nama. So, even some aspect of that bliss was coming with the mental chant of Om itself. Correct? So, with continuous sadhana, you go from vitarka you go to vichara, and from vichara you go into ananda. After ananda, what happens? Asmita, see what he says. We forget one more word here. Rupa. Did anybody see Rupa here? After Ananda, when the Nama continues, the very essence of that Rama is its Asmita. Because that Nama is associated with one Asmita Rupa. Everybody talks of Samadhi, Vitarka, Vichar, Ananda, Asmita. Nobody talks of Rupa there. How Rupa has come? How come Patanjali brings the word Rupa here?
Based on some form we are doing that.
It began with Nama. After Asmita, Rupa comes. It is only after the Rupa comes that you are in Samprajnata Samadhi. You lose yourself in that Rupa because that Rupa, that Rupa is, you can't hold yourself. You have to dissolve once you see the Rupa. So from Vitarka to Vichara, Vichara to Ananda, Ananda to Asmita Rupa. That Asmita Rupa, if it is Om, it will reveal your own Swarupa to you. Swarupa. Rupa is there, no? Even in Swarupa, Rupa is there. Why he used Asmita Rupa? Because if it is the Nama is Ishta Devata, it will reveal Ishta Rupa. If the Nama represents Swa, then it will reveal Swarupa. If the Nama represents Ishta Devata, it will reveal Ishta Rupa. That's why he has used the word Asmita Rupa. Whatever you use, whatever seed you put, that form will be revealed to you. Every child from their childhood, has this one desire that, like Aladdin, that child should have a genie. Why that desire is there? Because all of us have that genie in our chitta. You have to rub. उस लैम्प पे उसको रब करना पड़ेगा, जीनी निकलता है अंदर से. There is a genie inside all of us, our friend, companion, all the time. This is not schizophrenia, real sadhana. In fact, schizophrenia is a distorted process of this whole dimension. It gone haywire. Rupa is coming, Nama is coming, but because it was not systematically done, it got deviated. It is, they are in a way in a distorted samadhi. They are seeing something, but that is making them fearful. There is no ananda there. There is also a vitarka, their contrary thought, running commentary. Vitarka is going on, vichara is going on, but it is not leading to that ananda, asmita, rupa. Why? Because chitta has crossed that domain without chitta shuddhi. Without chitta shuddhi, chitta has gone into these domains. So schizophrenia is a very spiritual process. Ego got deranged. There is tadeva artha matra nirbhasam swarupa shunyam has not happened. So that is why when schizophrenia people try to do this, their problem increases. Because the pathways are not clear. It has got haywire, deranged. Now if you want them to go into this higher dimension, it is difficult. So if you have not followed yama, niyama for a long time, if the chitta still has those fundamental emotions of lobha, moha, krodha, there is a lot of vitarka badha, and then without a proper guru, without a proper guidance, you get into these higher domains, it can lead to problems. You need lot of reverence. Satu dirghakal nairantarya satkara sevito. Shraddhavanam labhate jnanam tatparah sanyatendriya. There is no sanyatendriya. See, you are meditating, and in the evening you are taking cannabis and drinking or overindulgence in sex or any other sense pleasure, and you also meditate and go deeper, then you will take all those samskaras deeper. So this is why all these kind of problems develop according to yoga, where on one side you go deep spiritually, on other side you don't take care of other precautions, yama, niyama, lobha, moha, krodha, and most importantly, do not take guidance from a guru who has treaded the path and reached there. The nama or mantra that has not come from a tradition. You have your own way, you are doing, reading the books, bound to get into problem. This is very critical, very sensitive. Yes, madam.
Vitarka, vichara will happen in psychiatric patients also. But in ananda state, it is not coming as ananda, but shoka, bhaya, dukkha. It is coming and next asmita, rupa,
Those emotions are only becoming rupa.
My colleague, he used to scold me.
Yeah. They see on the wall there is an eye looking at me. Rupa is coming, distorted rupas. Even their vitarka vichara is in the wrong direction. It is not in the direction of a yogi.
Then write it in the subclass.
Yes. So why? No, see, basically in Ayurveda you begin with prajna aparadha. No? That is very important. Your prajna aparadha, I would like to tell you that if you apply our scale and you find that lobha, moha, krodha, one emotion is dominant, that is the core of prajna aparadha. From that, he has broken the yama of satya brahmacharya and then started that kind of vitarka vichara, which led to bhaya, shoka, and that rupa. That is how they are deviating. In core is the prajna aparadha, which is either lobha or moha or krodha. So that is why, dear friends, all these kind of sadhanas, all these kind of samadhis, they have to be done under a lot of care. For example, I would say that most important thing is when Patanjali tells you yama, niyama, Asan, pranayam, pratyahar. 5 steps before dharana. Then you have to go like that. You may feel very good, that chanting Om, it is easy process. I will go to my source and do it. After a few days, you will see your deep anger is coming out. You are getting more frustrated. Intense sexual desires are coming up. Huh? Why? Because that chitta which has not been cleansed, you are trying to go deeper into it. Then you should be able to deal with it. The best way I think to is to first klesha tanu karunartham. First klesha should be reduced. Then you will be able to go through that. For reduction of klesha, I think the most easy thing is to do continuous nama japa. Take any ishta devata that you like, start doing japa. Every time, whatever that you are doing, and that japa will be able to cleanse your raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, those kleshas. Once it reaches a sufficient state of cleanliness, and then you are able to understand that, okay, fine, my life is more aligned with yamas, niyamas now. Gradually, slowly, you can begin with 5 minutes and go deeper and deeper into these kind of meditations. In that sense, also, the mindfulness based approaches are safer than this. This is more advanced, more delicate, more dangerous. That is another reason why those approaches have become more popular, and it is good only. A thing which is so precious cannot become so popular also. So please contemplate on these thoughts. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.